Welcome to the Simply Mindful Wellness Podcast. Join your host, Tracy, the Mindful Wellness Coach, as she takes a deeper look into nourishing your body, mind, and soul. Because being well creates the freedom to live life the way you want.
Hi, Nicola. Thanks for joining us today. So my goal is to find out a little bit about you, a little bit about us. I know you're a Zumba instructor, and I see you all over social media. One of my favourite bits about you is, if in doubt, shimmy it out. It's one of my favourite quotes ever. So we'll talk a little bit about that. You look like you're having a ton of fun, and you just work with such a variety of people, like right across the board with the population. So just tell us a little bit about who you are, what you do, and obviously I've said it's Zumba, but how you got into it and what's going on with you at the moment.
Yeah, thanks, Tracy. Thank you for inviting me on. It was really nice when you messaged me. So yeah, I'm Nicola Rigby. I've been teaching Zumba. It'll be 5 years this year. So I went to my first class of actually joining a class in 2010, and I just fell in love with it straight away as a way of exercising. So I thought, this can't be exercise. So I just felt like I was on a hen party but drinking water. That's my explanation of a Zumba class, just having fun. And then by the time you've finished having fun, you realise you're sweating. I thought, that's my kind of exercise, not these burpees and all that sort of stuff. So and good music lifts your mood as well. So yeah, it was good attending classes for quite a while. Then I went through like a bit of change in my life and a bit of anxiety and things, and I was struggling to get to classes because Jake was only 2 at the time, so trying to get to evening classes was proving quite difficult. So I then attended a Zumbathon, which is 2 hours. It was for charity, and you go along, and again it's just an extended party. So I kind of like lost myself in the music and almost found myself again. I thought, that's who I am, that's who I was. And it just lifted my mood so much that initially when I was going to classes before was because of exercise and watching my weight kind of thing. This time I thought, this is different. I was in a different place and I thought, I'm seeing it different now. This is for my mind. It lifted my mood massively, and I thought, at that moment, I stood there and thought, I can't not do Zumba. I need it, to lift my mood and help me. So I looked for daytime classes. I couldn't find any local. And because I promised that I was going to do it, I was like, right, if I can't find a class, I'll make one. I'll go and train. And so that's literally why I decided to, was for me at that point,
Awesome.
To help lift my mood. And I thought, and also there must be other people out there that, yes, some people might be retired, but some people it might be their day off, or, they've got children, or it's shift work and things like that. There's other people that surely want a daytime class. So that's where it started, was daytime classes, and then sort of changed venues, changed times and days on some of the sessions to try and, catch the right audience. And we were just getting somewhere. In 2019, it was like my 3rd year in business. So it takes a little while to get going, doesn't it? And in about the November, we were just getting there with the numbers, and it was just starting to get busy. And then come sort of like early 2020, this word was going around, this COVID word and this lockdown talk. And I was like, maybe we need to have a look at something here, because if they do lock us down, which I never thought they would, but if they do, then we might need to be prepared for this, because I need to keep doing this, because it's good for me, it's good for my ladies. We've built a community. I'm really not that I'm technical on what I need to know, but I'm not that technical. So I started looking into it, and that's how I found Rachel Holmes.
Yeah.
Because I was lying in bed at night time trying to get help with it, and like falling asleep with my phone in my hand, and just speaking to my ladies and saying, right, give me all of your contact details. Let's make sure we're prepared in case this happens. And I think they all thought I was a little bit crazy at first, because it was like, because I think everyone thought the same. Oh, this isn't going to happen or whatever. But so literally I got everybody's details, and then as it came to it, I was like, right, I might not see you next week, ladies, because, you know, this lockdown thing might happen. And then literally bang, it happened, didn't it? Sort of overnight. So I contacted everybody, worked out how to use Zoom and all of that. It was quite stressful to begin with. I had my ironing board as my laptop stand.
Amazing.
So my ironing board would be there with my laptop on it. Worked out how it all worked. Had a couple of days where I trialed it with my ladies and said, please come on and see what it's like. So we went online, and to be fair, it was so different to what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was just going to be a quick fix for about 6 weeks, and then we'd be back to normal. But that didn't happen. So it was actually quite a lifesaver. Like, a lot of my ladies would say, you know, like, because it was a social aspect as well. It was good because it lifted their mood, but they got to see each other. Yes, we were all in little boxes, but it didn't really matter. We'd log on 15 minutes before, we'd all have a chat. I might tell a story or two about whatever's gone on in my life. And that was the new normal. And so not everybody joined online, but there was a massive group that joined online, and they were all from 4 different classes. So they were from 4 different community classes. They all combined together, and they all became like really good friends, to be fair, and they still are now. So we've got a WhatsApp group, and, you know, we'll just send little messages, or if someone's having a bad time, we'll lift each other up and things like that. So yeah, it's nice.
That's really lovely good. How, like, something has come out of such an unfortunate situation, like for many people, but something great has come out of it. You've built a huge community. You've boosting their mental wellness, you're boosting their physical wellness, the emotional aspect, the social interaction. It's just great what you've managed to achieve in a relatively short period of time. So I'm assuming now, like, everything's opened up. Are you still working this way, or are you doing a bit more of the face-to-face stuff now?
Well, I went initially, we went outdoors. So I combined with another local Zumba instructor, Emma, and me and her were outdoors. So when we couldn't be indoors, we went outdoors, took the party outdoors. So that was great. Like, you know, weather permitting, it was brilliant. Although we did do it one day and it absolutely hammered it down on us, but we carried on dancing, you know, we were already there. So, but yeah, I've stayed online. We all had t-shirts done. You can see I've got mine on.
Oh, amazing.
So in lockdown, that's what we did, to sort of bring the community together and feel part of something as well. We all had some t-shirts made with our names on the back and things like that. But yeah, I've stayed online. So I've still got a group of ladies that are online because they've realised that it works for them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, some ladies, daytime classes, they might be working from home. They will switch to another laptop and join the Zumba, and then run upstairs, quick shower, and they're back at their desk again, and they've done their exercise for the day. But they've also got away from the computer. They've got away from work. So yeah, there's a big group of us that are still online. So I do 2 daytime classes online and 2 evenings. But I have also just recently gone back into venues. So I do a Tuesday daytime class, which is a hybrid. So I'm there in class with the ladies, but I Zoom out to my ladies at home as well.
Wow.
And that's the same on a Wednesday night. So and there's some people that if they can't make it on a Wednesday night in person, for whatever reason, they might be late back from work, they will drop me a message, and I just send them they pay me online, and I send them the Zoom link, and they just join from home. So it's
fantastic how you know, you're making it work. And it is, I think, you you know, as much as we all used Zoom and it got a little bit too much, it's a great thing that you're able now to fit things into your life. Like you say, you know, you can do exercise. It's not that you have to be in your workplace and, you know, cram it into your lunch hour or anything anymore. You can do it at home, working from home. And I just think it's wonderful what you're bringing out into the world, the wellness that you're bringing. And I'm assuming that your groups are growing and growing and growing.
Yeah. People are coming, sort of like joining as we go along. My ladies are good cheerleaders, and they share the Zumba love with their friends and family and talk about it and bring people in. So people might come in, have a little free trial. So they'll have they'll join a class for free, see what they like, and then see how they want to move forward. But most of my ladies pay a monthly fee, and that gets them all of the live classes, whichever ones they want to join. But they also get recordings, because I record the classes. So if they want to pick a class up whatever time of day, they can just go into the Facebook group. It's all uploaded onto Vimeo, press play, and off they go. So some of them like that, but some of them need the live classes, because they say, you know, we need you there, sort of like accountability.
Absolutely. So what inspired you to take up the Zumba in the first place? Was your own kind of mental wellness and your own kind of journey with that? So is there anything that you didn't expect to come from this journey that has helped you yourself, or helped any of your ladies with their wellness?
I think I didn't expect to get so many friends from it. You know, I think one of my ladies just said this morning, actually, in class, she said, you know, she said, I've come to your class, she said, because it's not just for like my weight loss and things like that. She said, it's for the social aspect. And she said, and because you're a little bit crazy, I like that.
Absolutely.
Crazy.
Well, you know, whatever works for people, and if that's her reason to her kind of, you know, her inspiration for being there, you're clearly inspiring her along the way. It's awesome. So is there something that people may not know about you that you'd like to share with the world?
God, I think the only thing I can think of is the fact that I've fancied Robbie Williams since I was 11, and he's still not found me, still not realised that he needs to come and find me and marry me. But
I heard the other day that he was homeless, so, you know, he may
my lady told me that at Zumba today, and she said, oh yeah, you know, if you've got room for him and his 3 kids and his wife. I went, well, his wife's not coming. He suggested putting her in the shed.
Well, yeah, you know, accommodation, you know. So what's the most important thing you feel that you've learned along this journey that has either benefited you yourself or has benefited the other people that you're taking with you on your journey?
I think the fact that it is such a friendly community, and that it helps people with their mental health. So it's an all-rounder. Yes, it's great for your exercise, great for your weight loss if that's what you're trying to do, obviously combined with everything else, but mainly I would say the lifting of the mood. I'm teaching at the minute some carers, so a carers trust got in touch with me and asked me to run some sessions. So I'm doing a Monday evening and a Thursday afternoon to try and capture, you know, like different people, and some face-to-face classes as well. But the difference for them is massive, because it is on, you know, the fact of how their life is and what they've got going on behind the scenes. And one lady joined on a Thursday afternoon and said, oh, I'm not sure if I can do the Monday night because my children will be here. And I said, well, you know, feel free to let them join in as well. It's not, you know, it's not a problem, because I teach disabled children and young adults as well. So, and I know how they benefit and enjoy it. So she started coming on a Monday night, and both the children have been joining, and both of them have been loving it. And she said, do you know what? It's so nice to see them smiling and us all doing something together. It's quite positive. So yeah, it's not, I think it's getting the feedback from people and just little snippets of people saying how you've helped them. You know, that's the main thing for me, is how you've made their day better.
That's priceless, though, isn't it? And it's the sort of thing that money cannot buy.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay, so if you had to give your ladies one tip, or to the listeners one tip to improve their wellness, could you narrow it down to just one thing?
I think music and movement as a combined, I know you said one, but music and movement together combined. So whether that is joining in a class, or whether it's just finding uplifting music, making yourself a little playlist. And this is what me and the children used to do, is what you call a boogie breakfast. So have the music on in the background and have it's all uplifting music, you know, like just choosing anything that makes you smile. So it starts your day off in a good way. You have the music on, you can dance around while you're getting ready, but it just lifts your mood to start the day off in the right way.
That's fantastic. You know, I think there's something in that, the boogie breakfast. You might be able to
you need to try it.
Me personally, I do myself a mischief at that time of the morning. I have to ease myself into my day. Okay, so last up then, what does mindful wellness mean to you?
Mindful wellness, I would say looking after yourself, looking after your own mental state of mind. And again, for me, when you say that, that's my Zumba for me, because I just go away 45 minutes not thinking about anything else, lose yourself in the music and just have a good time.
Fantastic. Okay, so thank you so much for your time today, Nicola, and I'm sure that the listeners will be able to get some great value out of this. If people wanted to get in touch with you to either join your Zumba classes online or in person, where can they find you?
Okay, so I've got a website which is nicola.fitness, and I should come straight up. So that's got the details on of my classes, and you can make payment online. I'm also on Facebook, and that is Nicola Fitness. That's the thing then. So there's details on there, there's videos and different things. So yeah, if anybody wanted to try a free class, then just get in touch with me and we'll work out which is the best one, which one would work best for you. Because I've also recently collaborated with some of the ladies that I think you've seen that over a lot of them are over in America. So as well as my own Zumba classes, I can now, if people want to come into that membership, there's just under 100 classes a week that they can choose from, and that's 7 days a week. So instead of, some of my ladies have stayed with just the 4 classes and the recordings because that works for them, but there's a lot of them that have embraced this and they're doing yoga, Pilates, mindfulness, Fight Fit, other Zumba classes, Fit 15, so like a 15-minute workout that they can just quickly get into their day. So yeah, and there's a lot of people that would love to do Zumba, but they say it's not for me for whatever reason, health issues, but people can still join me and my community, but never even come to my classes because they can access all of these other classes as well, but they can find out more information about that like directly through me as well.
Fantastic. Okay, so thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for listening to today's episode of the Simply Mindful Wellness podcast. Join us next time for a new episode.